You're comfortable while scrolling. You're in the safest place you know. Not in an apocalypse, not in a collapse, not on the news. Right now, nothing is happening. And that's exactly the problem. Because when a real crisis hits, you won't suddenly become smarter, calmer, or more prepared. You'll do worse. No one tells you that part. Here's what they didn't tell you. The first 72 hours of a crisis are not when most people die. People die after, when systems quietly fail. The game is not won by full-looking shelves, closed gas stations, or panicking neighbors. It's won by math, brutal math. 99% of people prepare for one scenario. The 1% survive because they make zero critical mistakes. The difference isn't speed. It's a 24-hour head start. And that head start doesn't come from running faster. It comes from not making the invisible mistakes you're making today. This isn't prepper fantasy, this is systems engineering. So let's dismantle survival, mathematically. Hour 4. The ghost in the machine. There's a lie almost everyone believes. Grocery stores are warehouses. They're not. They're showrooms. Shelves are not storage, they're decoration. Modern supply chains run on just-in-time logistics. Trucks arrive, unload, and leave. No buffer. No reserve. A single grocery store depends on supply nodes thousands of miles away, and it has zero margin for disruption. Why does this system fail so fast? Algorithms. Software forecasts demand using historical data, weather patterns, holidays, buying habits. The system assumes next week looks like last week. When collapse begins, nothing physically looks wrong. Power is on. Buildings stand. People go to work, but the digital backbone is already broken. Orders are still generated, but quantities are wrong. The system was never designed for panic, mass movement, or sudden behavioral change. Then comes the kill shot, phantom inventory. The database says 400 cans. Reality says 47. The rest only exist on a screen. Sold before they arrived. Double counted. Delayed. Lost in transit. You see empty shelves. The manager sees full stock on a monitor. The system isn't lying. It was never programmed for collapse. The machine's ghost is already dead. No one's noticed yet. Hour 12. The price of nothing. Now the part no one expects. You have cash, gold, silver. You think you're prepared. You're not. Money doesn't work because of intrinsic value. It works because of collective belief. Everyone agrees it means something, so it does. Until that belief breaks. Hour 12. Banks close. ATMs go dark. But that's not the real failure. No one knows what anything is worth. You offer $100 for a bag of rice. The store owner hesitates, not from greed, from uncertainty. Tomorrow that $100 could be worthless or priceless. The economy freezes, not because money disappears, but because price discovery collapses. Gold won't save you. In the first 72 hours, gold is useless. No one can verify it. No one has change. People want calories, not metal. Trade doesn't die from scarcity, it dies from uncertainty. Hour 24. The invisible chain. Now we reach the real killer. Not violence, not hunger, medication. Most Americans take daily prescriptions, blood pressure meds, insulin, antidepressants, asthma inhalers. Average household supply? About 2 weeks. Here's the problem. Most drugs aren't manufactured domestically. They rely on global supply chains crossing multiple countries. Hour 24. No war, no explosion, just panic. One port closes, one flight cancels, one driver stays home. Insulin is the perfect example. It requires constant refrigeration. A 4-hour interruption destroys it. Backup generators last about 72 hours. After that, millions of doses become medical waste. But here's the real danger. Most people don't even know how much medication they have. Hour 24. Your neighbor knocks on your door, not with a weapon, with desperation. Their spouse needs heart medication. This isn't a moral question, it's arithmetic. In a collapse, medicine becomes harder currency than food or gold. Hour 48. The siege beneath your feet. Nobody thinks about sewage. They should. Your toilet doesn't work by gravity alone. It depends on electrically powered pump stations beneath your city. Hour 48. Power fails. Generators run dry. Waste flows backward. First comes the smell, then moisture, then sewage rising into showers and toilets. A city of 500,000 people produces roughly 40 million gallons of waste per day. Within 48 hours, groundwater and surface water become biologically toxic. You can't just dig a hole. Below you, gas lines, power cables, fiber optics. Your home isn't a shelter anymore. It's a biohazard. Movies show explosions. Reality arrives silently. Hour 72. Cognitive collapse. This is the part even experienced preppers ignore. Your brain. Cortisol floods your system. After 72 hours of sustained stress, the prefrontal cortex shuts down. Neurologically, not metaphorically. You lose 15 to 20 IQ points. Fine motor skills drop by approximately 40%. You open your pack. 17 function tools, complex instructions. Your brain can't process them. You freeze. Decision paralysis sets in. Time keeps moving. The 24-hour rule. Hour 4. Supply chains fail. Hour 12. Markets freeze. Hour 24. Medications disappear. Hour 48. Sanitation collapses. Hour 72. Cognition fails. If you wait for day 1, you're already 24 hours too late. Survivors aren't faster, they recognize patterns earlier. The solution isn't more gear, it's simplicity. Water, medication, mobility, and cognitive automation. If X happens implies do Y. No thinking required. Collapse doesn't arrive with explosions, it arrives with silence. The system didn't suddenly die, you just didn't notice. And when it does come, you won't have time to learn, only time to act. The decision is yours.